So in some examples, there's definitely a trade-off between sustainability and ROI, but what we wanted to do with our kind of eco-effectiveness work is to really quantify the relationship between the kind of emissions that are generated by our media activity and the effects they drive for our clients. Because actually what we're increasingly finding is that then turns it into a quantity we can optimize towards and work out how we can drive better outcomes without tons of more emissions. A really good example of that's on our work with BMW, where we were able to work out there was an opportunity to reduce the emissions from their media investment by 20% without actually harming the number of sales that were generated or the return on that investment. So when we're trying to reduce the emissions of our media plans, I think that the three things we need to take into account are the emissions that channel takes when we put the media out into the world, right? There is a really big difference between the carbon emissions that are required to put a kind of poster up compared to deliver an ad onto someone's phone, and we need to quantify that. But we also then need to consider that in the context of both how efficient those impressions are at generating sales, because if I need to do 1 million more impressions in one channel than another to generate the same effect, that materially affects the kind of sustainability of the plan, and also how big the effect is I need to drive, because there are some channels like television which are somewhere in the middle in terms of the emissions that they require to generate to kind of get into someone's house, but actually the sales effects they can drive are massive. So there's a kind of trade-off between emissions per impression, the ROI of that channel, and then how scalable that channel is.